Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving deep into some of the most fascinating aircraft and futuristic flying machines out there. From lightweight electric gliders that feel like pure freedom in the sky, to advanced air taxis that could completely change how we get around cities. These designs show how aviation is evolving with electric power, smarter aerodynamics, and a big focus on making flight quieter, cleaner, and more accessible for everyone who loves being up in the air. Let's start with something really special that captures the spirit of silent soaring. Let's talk about one of the coolest lightweight flying machines that perfectly captures the joy of silent soaring with a modern electric twist, the Ruppert Archaeopteryx, especially its electric version known as the Electeryx. This Swiss-made glider-style aircraft stands out because it combines the freedom of foot-launchable hang gliding with the efficiency and grace of a true sailplane, all in an incredibly light and versatile package that lets pilots chase thermals in conditions where heavier gliders would simply sink. What makes it so special is its minimalist pod and boom design, with high wings and clever flaps that give you outstanding visibility, gentle handling, and the ability to maneuver tightly even in the weakest lift, turning marginal days into long, peaceful adventures where you feel truly connected to the air and the landscape below. The electric motor option is a game changer because it snaps on or off in just minutes without tools, giving you true self-launch independence so you are not stuck waiting for a tow or perfect hill conditions. You get that short takeoff roll on pavement and a reliable climb that lets you reach soaring altitude on your own. Then you can shut it down and enjoy pure silent gliding with almost no noise and zero direct emissions, making every flight feel calm, eco-friendly, and incredibly immersive. Pilots love it for recreational flying because the low weight and smart aerodynamics allow it to circle in tiny thermals that other aircraft would struggle to use, delivering an efficient glide that stretches your time in the air without burning much energy. On the plus side, the simple construction, excellent control at slow speeds, and adaptability for different launch methods like foot, bungee, or even grass with an auxiliary wheel make it incredibly practical and fun for enthusiasts who want freedom and exploration without complicated logistics. Of course, like any high-end machine, it has its trade-offs, such as being primarily a single-seater focused on personal enjoyment rather than carrying passengers or covering huge cross-country distances at high speed. And the premium Swiss engineering with advanced composites means it comes at a higher price point, around 108,000 Swiss francs for the full electric setup, which reflects the quality, safety features, and innovation that deliver unmatched performance in its class rather than being the cheapest option on the market. Yet that investment pays off through the sheer versatility and the way it opens up new horizons for pilots who crave that pure, low-energy flying experience where technology enhances nature instead of overpowering it, blending classic soaring principles with cutting-edge electric propulsion in a way that feels both nostalgic and forward-thinking at the same time. Whether you are dreaming of launching from a hillside on a quiet morning or exploring scenic valleys without disturbing the peace, the Archaeopteryx delivers a unique sense of freedom that is hard to match anywhere else in aviation today. Moving from that pure glider experience, we come to something built for busy urban skies where getting from point A to point B quickly without traffic sounds like a dream. And AutoFlight is really pushing the boundaries with their advanced eVTOL air taxis, like the Prosperity and the much larger Matrix models that are designed to make sky-based travel feel practical and exciting for everyday people. What makes these aircraft stand out is their smart lift and cruise configuration, which lets them take off and land vertically just like a helicopter, before smoothly transitioning to efficient forward flight on wings, which solves one of the biggest headaches in city transportation by letting you hop over congestion without needing big runways or airports. And this setup keeps things simple, reliable, and more affordable compared to more complex tilting rotor systems that can add weight and potential failure points. The Prosperity model is perfect for smaller groups offering a comfortable ride for a pilot, plus a few passengers with its quiet electric propulsion that produces almost no noise and zero direct emissions, meaning it can operate right near neighborhoods and offices where traditional helicopters would be way too loud and disruptive. while the larger Matrix version scales things up dramatically as one of the first 5-ton class eVTOLs capable of carrying up to 10 passengers in a spacious cabin that even includes options for business class seating lavatories and premium comfort features, making it feel more like a small airliner than a basic taxi. This bigger design really shines for why it can be more cost-effective, because the blended efficiency of the lift and cruise tech, combined with electric power and smart manufacturing in places with strong supply chains, helps bring down operating costs per passenger or per kilometer, which could eventually make short urban trips competitive with premium ground rides, like an upgraded Uber instead of expensive helicopter charters. And AutoFlight has already shown strong progress with successful transition flights and formation tests proving the technology works in real conditions. On the plus side, you get incredibly smooth, quiet rides that feel futuristic and environmentally friendly, with advanced flight controls and redundant systems boosting safety, while the ability to charge quickly and fly short to medium distances without fossil fuels opens up new possibilities for regional connections that save hours compared to driving. Of course, there are some challenges, like the current limits on range for fully electric versions, which work best for hops of a couple hundred kilometers before needing a recharge, and the fact that these are still in advanced development heading towards certification. So, widespread availability is coming soon, but not quite here yet the overall vision is what gets people hyped, because it combines unique aerodynamic stability from the fixed wing and dedicated lift props with modern battery tech, to deliver something that is not only cleaner and quieter, but also potentially more accessible for a broader audience who never thought flying across town could be this seamless and enjoyable. Speaking of iconic homebuilts that captured imaginations decades ago, the BEAD BD-5 is a tiny single-seat aircraft with a sleek mini-jet look that still turns heads today, and it became one of the most exciting and controversial projects in experimental aviation because it promised incredible performance at an unbelievably low price that made high-speed personal flying feel accessible to regular enthusiasts for the first time. Designed by Jim Bead in the early 70s, this little machine was marketed as a kit that you could build in your own garage, with basic tools in just 600 to 800 hours, offering fighter-like styling, a bubble canopy retractable landing gear, and detachable wings that let you store the whole thing at home without needing an expensive hangar, which was a huge advantage for hobbyists who wanted something fast and futuristic without breaking the bank or taking up too much space. The affordability was its biggest draw, with kits originally selling for around $2,000 back then, which adjusted for today would still feel like an incredible bargain compared to factory-built planes. And the design used a small, efficient engine in a pusher configuration to deliver impressive speeds and sporty handling that made it feel like a miniature fighter jet, while keeping operating costs low enough that everyday pilots could actually afford to fly it regularly for fun. What made the BD-5 really stand out was its bold vision of democratizing performance aviation, combining lightweight all-metal construction with clever engineering that maximized speed and efficiency from modest power plants. And the jet-powered BD-5J variant took it even further, becoming famous as the world's smallest jet aircraft, with thrilling top speeds that turned it into a star at air shows, and even landed it a memorable role in a James Bond movie, which added to its legendary cool factor. Pilots who successfully completed and flew, one often described the exhilarating, sporty ride with quick, responsive handling that rewarded precision and gave an addictive sense of speed in such a compact package, making every flight feel like an adventure. However, it was not without its challenges, as the aircraft demanded serious respect and strong piloting skills due to its sensitive flight characteristics and higher stall speeds, which led to a notable number of accidents, especially during first flights often related to center of gravity issues or engine reliability problems in the early kits. Thousands of kits were sold, creating massive excitement. But the company faced production troubles and bankruptcy, which meant many builders never finished their projects. Yet the ones that did take to the skies continue to represent the bold, pioneering spirit of home-built aviation, where individuals could chase the dream of owning and flying something truly unique and high performance on a budget. Even today, the surviving BD-5S highlight both the genius of its innovative compact design that squeezed so much fun out of limited resources, and the important lessons about careful building and flying experience in experimental aircraft, showing why it remains a fascinating chapter in aviation history that inspires new generations of builders who appreciate its mix of affordability, excitement, and pure flying joy. For pilots who want jet performance without the complexity of multiple engines, the Cirrus Vision Jet series, including the latest G3 model, has become a true game-changer in personal aviation because it takes everything that made Cirrus famous for safe and approachable flying and brings it to jet speeds in a way that feels achievable for owner pilots and families, rather than something reserved only for professional crews and big corporations. This single-engine personal jet from Cirrus delivers impressive cruise performance with the simplicity of one reliable Williams International turbofan, which means lower operating costs, easier maintenance, and a smoother transition for pilots stepping up from high-performance pistons like the SR-22 while still giving you that thrilling jet experience of climbing quickly and covering meaningful distances efficiently on business trips or weekend getaways. What truly sets it apart and makes it stand out in the industry is its unmatched focus on safety, featuring the groundbreaking Cirrus Airframe Parachute System, or CAPS, that can deploy a whole aircraft parachute to lower the entire plane gently to the ground in a serious emergency, along with the Safe Return Emergency Auto Land System that can automatically fly and land the jet if the pilot becomes incapacitated, giving passengers and families incredible peace of mind that you simply do not find in other light jets. The latest G3 version takes comfort to another level, with a beautifully reimagined interior using premium materials, expanded seating for up to 6 adults plus 1 child, spacious cabin, with generous head and leg room, panoramic windows that flood the space with light and modern touches like enhanced connectivity and quieter operation. So every flight feels luxurious, relaxing, and productive, whether you are closing deals or making family memories. Pilots love how intuitive and approachable it is, thanks to the advanced Garmin Perspective Touch, plus avionics with auto throttle, and features like ATC Data Link that reduce workload and make flying less stressful, while the overall design emphasizes ease of use, so more people can enjoy private jet travel without needing years of heavy jet experience. At a price around $3.6 to $3.8 million for a new G3, it offers tremendous value as one of the most affordable and cost-effective ways to enter personal jet ownership with lower hourly operating costs than traditional twin-engine jets, which is why it has become the best-selling jet in its class and continues to attract owner pilots who want speed, comfort, and that unmistakable jet feel without the usual headaches. Of course, like any aircraft, it has its considerations, such as balancing payload with fuel for longer trips. But the combination of innovative safety technology, thoughtful design, and ongoing refinements from Cirrus shows exactly why the Vision Jet series is making private aviation more accessible, safer, and more enjoyable than ever, turning what used to be an elite experience into something passionate pilots and their families can truly embrace and fly with confidence. Staying in the home-built realm, the Dyke Delta JD2 brings a completely different shape to the sky, with its distinctive double delta or diamond-shaped wing that gives it a unique, stable flight profile and makes it look like a miniature spaceship or futuristic fighter, which immediately sets it apart from anything else at the airport and has made it a true icon among experimental aviation enthusiasts for decades. Designed back in the 60s by John Dyke in his basement workshop in Ohio, this aircraft was created from plans that ambitious builders could follow, using a clever mix of welded steel tube framework covered with fiberglass on top and fabric below, allowing dedicated hobbyists to construct something truly extraordinary without needing a massive budget or factory resources, which was revolutionary for the time and still appeals to people who love turning raw materials into a flying machine with their own hands. What really makes the JD2 stand out is its incredible practicality, with wings that fold upwards to lie flat over the fuselage, so the whole plane can be towed behind a regular car on its main gear and stored in a standard single-car garage, which solved one of the biggest headaches for home builders, who often struggle with where to keep their project or finished aircraft. And this feature alone made ownership feel far more accessible and convenient than traditional designs that demand expensive hangar space. Pilots who have flown one rave about its rock-solid stability in pitch and yaw, excellent handling once airborne, and the way it cruises efficiently with good speed and climb performance powered by a conventional engine like the Lycoming O360, while offering seating for one pilot up front and a bench for up to 3 passengers behind, turning it into a versatile 4-place machine for recreational flying cross-country trips or even giving rides at fly-ins. The unusual look always sparks conversations and turns heads at events where owners proudly share stories of building it over many years and the sense of accomplishment that comes with flying something so distinctive that feels like a personal spaceship. Of course, it is not without its challenges, as the delta wing configuration brings a higher stall speed and requires approach speeds that demand respect and solid piloting skills, especially on landing where the nose-high attitude can take some getting used to. But those who master it often describe it as one of the most rewarding and fun aircraft they have ever flown, with predictable behavior and a loyal following of builders who appreciate its blend of innovation and real-world usability. With only around 50 examples completed over the years and a smaller number still actively flying today, the Dyke Delta JD2 represents that bold, pioneering spirit of home-built aviation, where one person's vision created a timeless design that continues to inspire new generations to think outside the box, build something unique, and enjoy the pure joy of standing out while exploring the skies in a machine that feels truly one of a kind. Moving seamlessly into yet another visionary leap in personal and urban aviation, the Joby Aviation S4 eVTOL truly captures the imagination as a sleek, butterfly-like aircraft engineered from the ground up to make quiet, emission-free air travel not just a luxury for the elite, but a practical reality for everyday commuters and regional travelers who dream of bypassing traffic jams entirely. What sets this California-born machine apart is its innovative tilt-rotor system, featuring 6 large propellers that seamlessly transition from vertical lift during takeoff and landing to efficient forward flight on the wings, delivering a remarkably smooth and stable ride while producing far less noise than traditional helicopters, thanks to advanced blade design and electric propulsion that operates with whisper-quiet efficiency, allowing it to integrate into city environments without disturbing neighborhoods below. Pilots and passengers alike rave about the intuitive fly-by-wire controls and redundant safety systems that provide multiple layers of protection, including the ability to continue safe flight even if individual components encounter issues, making it feel approachable for a broader range of operators while emphasizing zero direct emissions and dramatically lower operating costs compared to fossil fuel alternatives. The design shines through its focus on simplicity and scalability, with a spacious cabin offering comfortable seating for a pilot plus 4 passengers plus baggage, all wrapped in lightweight composite materials that enhance performance without unnecessary complexity. And the company has already demonstrated impressive progress through extensive testing and partnerships with major players like Toyota and Delta Airlines, proving the technology works reliably in real-world conditions. On the plus side, this approach brings tremendous value because the all-electric powertrain, combined with smart manufacturing and high-volume production ambitions, helps drive down costs over time, potentially making short hops more affordable than premium ground rides or helicopter charters while delivering jet-like speed and convenience that saves hours on congested routes, opening up exciting possibilities for tourism, business travel, and even emergency medical services in a cleaner, more sustainable way. Of course, like other pioneering eVTOL projects, it still navigates challenges such as current battery technology limitations that suit shorter regional distances best before needing a recharge, and the ongoing certification processes required for widespread commercial operations. Yet the overall vision remains incredibly compelling because it democratizes flight through thoughtful engineering that prioritizes safety, accessibility, and environmental responsibility, rather than raw power or flashy gimmicks. At an anticipated price point that positions it competitively within the emerging air mobility market, the Joby S4 represents that perfect blend of cutting-edge innovation and practical everyday utility, where technology enhances human connection to the skies instead of complicating it, inspiring enthusiasts and forward thinkers who see a future where hopping across cities feels as natural and enjoyable as a quick drive, but with the added thrill of soaring above it all in near silence. Back in the air, The Equator P2 Xcursion is an innovative amphibious aircraft prototype from the Norwegian company Equator Aircraft that truly stands out by solving one of the biggest challenges in personal aviation, which is creating a versatile, high-performance machine that works equally well on water and land while embracing modern electric and hybrid technology for cleaner, quieter, and more efficient flying that appeals to pilots who crave adventure without compromising on practicality or environmental responsibility. Developed as a proof of concept, this two-seat side-by-side design features a clever low-wing float configuration, combined with retractable landing gear and advanced composite construction that keeps the overall weight low while delivering impressive utility and the kind of ruggedness needed for remote operations on lakes, rivers, coastal waters, or conventional runways, making it perfect for pilots who want to explore wilderness areas, scenic routes, or simply enjoy the freedom of choosing their landing spot on the fly. What makes the P2 Xcursion especially exciting is its hybrid electric propulsion system, where a powerful 97 kilowatt electric motor drives a pusher propeller mounted on the tail, providing instant quiet torque and zero-emission operation during takeoff and cruise, while a compact Wankel rotary range extender engine acts as a generator to recharge the batteries or extend the flight distance dramatically from around 200 kilometers on pure electric to up to 1,000 kilometers in hybrid mode, which gives you the best of both worlds: silent electric flight for shorter trips and the confidence of longer range for cross-country adventures without the high fuel consumption of traditional piston aircraft. This smart power setup, combined with excellent aerodynamics, allows for good cruise speeds around 130 knots in a package that feels responsive and capable, while the spacious SUV-style cabin emphasizes comfort and visibility, so both pilot and passenger can fully enjoy the experience, whether it is a quick scenic flight or a multi-hour journey. The project highlights the brilliance of starting with electric propulsion from the ground up, rather than retrofitting older designs, which results in lower operating costs, reduced noise pollution, and the flexibility to go fully electric in the future as battery technology improves, and it has already achieved successful maiden flights and testing phases, proving the concept works in real-world conditions. Of course, as a prototype, it has faced the typical challenges of development, including funding hurdles and the complexities of certifying a hybrid amphibious design. But its innovative approach to balancing performance, utility, and sustainability positions the P2 Xcursion as a forward-thinking option that could inspire a new generation of practical electric seaplanes for recreational pilots, bush flying enthusiasts, and anyone who dreams of accessing remote destinations with minimal environmental impact and maximum flying enjoyment. Natilus is taking a bold approach with their blended wing-body aircraft designs like the Kona cargo version and the larger Horizon passenger concepts. And this San Diego-based company is really shaking up the industry by completely rethinking how airplanes should look and work instead of sticking with the traditional tube and wing layout that has dominated for decades. By integrating the body and wings into one smooth lifting surface, they create a much more efficient aerodynamic shape that generates lift across the entire aircraft, which translates into burning significantly less fuel, carrying more payload or passengers, and slashing operating costs and emissions by a large margin, making it a game changer for both cargo operators and airlines looking to fly greener without sacrificing performance. The Kona is aimed squarely at regional cargo routes as a practical high-volume freighter that can haul around 3.8 metric tons of payload over roughly 900 nautical miles, while operating from shorter and even unpaved runways, which opens up new markets for faster, cheaper delivery, especially for e-commerce and time-sensitive goods in a way that traditional freighters struggle to match. Meanwhile, the Horizon and its evolved Horizon Evo version target the passenger market, with capacity for up to 200 passengers on longer routes around 3,500 nautical miles, competing directly with narrow-body workhorses like the Boeing 737 and Airbus A320 families, but promising around 25 to 50% lower fuel burn, better operating economics, and dramatically more cabin space, thanks to the wider blended shape, which allows for 40% more room inside, leading to wider seats, extra comfort features like premium club seating or even video conference pods, and a quieter overall flight experience. What makes this rethinking of aircraft shape so compelling is how it addresses real-world pain points like rising fuel prices, environmental pressure, and the need for higher efficiency across the board, turning what used to be incremental improvements into a genuine leap forward that could transform both shipping with faster, more affordable cargo delivery and passenger travel with more comfortable, sustainable long-haul options that feel modern and responsible. Of course, bringing such a radical design to market comes with challenges, including certification hurdles, building out manufacturing, and proving the concept at full scale. But Natilus has already flown subscale prototypes, successfully secured a strong backlog of orders, and is pushing hard toward first deliveries in the late 20s, showing real momentum. Another exciting eVTOL in development is the Overair Butterfly, which features large rotors and advanced tilt rotor technology to deliver a quiet and smooth ride for a pilot plus 5 passengers. And this aircraft from the California-based company Overair really stands out in the crowded urban air mobility space because it prioritizes safety, low noise, and real-world practicality over flashy specs, making it feel like a thoughtful solution for everyday city flying rather than just another concept chasing headlines. What makes the Butterfly truly special is its innovative optimum speed tilt rotor, or OSTR system, combined with individual blade control technology and 4 oversized 20-foot diameter rotors that are more than twice as large as those on many competing eVTOLs, allowing the propellers to spin much more slowly in both hover and cruise, which dramatically cuts power demand by up to 60%. In hover, improves overall efficiency and creates an exceptionally quiet operation, targeting around 55 decibels at the ground level, so it can fly over noise-sensitive neighborhoods without causing disturbance, which is a massive advantage for gaining community acceptance and regulatory approval in crowded urban areas. This smart propulsion setup not only delivers a smoother, more comfortable ride with reduced vibration and lower maintenance needs, but also provides excellent redundancy and power margins that let the aircraft handle challenging weather conditions, high altitudes, and hot days with confidence, while offering a useful range of about 100 miles and top speeds around 200 miles per hour for quick point-to-point trips across cities or to nearby suburbs. The spacious cabin focuses on passenger comfort with room for pilot plus 5 people plus baggage, and a robust all-electric zero-emission design built with advanced composites that emphasizes safety through redundant systems and the ability to keep flying even if individual components face issues, making it suitable for passenger transport, medical evacuations, cargo, and even military applications. Of course, as a prototype still progressing through full-scale testing and certification, the Butterfly faces the usual hurdles of bringing a new eVTOL to market, including proving long-term reliability and scaling production. But its emphasis on quiet, efficient, and robust performance positions it as one of the more promising contenders that could make urban air taxis feel like a natural, seamless part of daily life, rather than an intrusive novelty, turning short city hops into an elevated, relaxing experience that saves time, avoids traffic, and connects people in a cleaner, more sustainable way. Finally, the Otto Phantom 3500 concept from Otto Aerospace presents a sleek transonic business jet with innovative laminar flow design that promises mid-size jet performance at much lower operating costs and emissions. And this clean sheet aircraft from the Texas-based company is generating huge excitement because it throws out decades of conventional thinking to create something far more efficient, sustainable, and luxurious for private and fractional ownership flying. Building on proven technology from their earlier laminar flow demonstrator, the Phantom 3500 features an ultra-smooth teardrop-shaped fuselage and advanced all-carbon fiber composite construction that maintains laminar airflow across almost the entire airframe, dramatically slashing drag by a massive margin, which allows ASO to deliver transonic cruise speeds comparable to super mid-sized jets, while burning over 60% less fuel and achieving an impressive range of 3,500 nautical miles, with up to 9 passengers, making long trips more affordable and environmentally responsible than anything else in its class. What really captures attention is the bold decision to go windowless in the cabin, replacing traditional windows with high-definition external cameras and large interior screens that provide stunning crystal-clear views, customizable lighting, and even better structural integrity for a quieter, more spacious interior, with a generous 6-foot 5-inch stand-up height and over 800 cubic feet of volume that feels more like a luxury lounge than a typical business jet. This approach reduces weight, improves aerodynamics, and creates a calmer pressurized environment with fewer pressure bumps, while the twin Williams FJ44 engines provide reliable power with excellent short-field performance, allowing it to operate from smaller airports that bigger jets cannot reach. At an anticipated price that offers tremendous value compared to traditional competitors, and with a landmark order for 300 aircraft from FlexJet already on the books, the Phantom 3,500 targets high-end users and fractional providers who want to combine serious performance, comfort, and speed with dramatically lower hourly operating costs and a much smaller carbon footprint. Of course, as a concept still targeting first flight in 2027 and entry into service around 2030, it faces the usual challenges of full certification and scaling production. But its revolutionary thinking in aerodynamics, cabin technology, and overall efficiency shows exactly how fresh ideas can redefine executive aircraft, making private travel faster, more accessible, greener, and more enjoyable for the next generation of discerning flyers who refuse to compromise between luxury range and responsibility. These machines, from quiet gliders and fun home-builts to supersonic jets and electric air taxis, represent the ongoing evolution of flight, where innovation meets passion for the skies. Whether you are dreaming of building your own plane, soaring silently on electric power, or imagining daily commutes through the air, the future looks incredibly bright and full of possibilities. What do you think? Which one excites you the most, or would you like to see more details on in a future video? Drop your thoughts in the comments, like, and subscribe for more aviation content, and I will see you in the next one. Safe flying, everyone.